Hi everyone, this is Love Alchemy Tarot. As you can see, I have shuffled, pre-shuffled, and pulled cards already, and pulled crystals already. And I think this is how this is gonna go. This is my second video, and the first video that I recorded just a little bit ago actually is going to be for Monday through Thursday/Friday. This video I'm recording right now is actually, I'm doing it early for the weekend, so it's going to be Friday through Sunday/Monday for some of you, so that you're going to get 2 videos in a week. Like with the first video covers Monday through Friday ish, and then the second video of the week will cover the weekend, things that you can focus on or messages for you if that's what's coming out for you. And I think based on the crystals that I pulled this time, I'm getting the same kind of group of crystals for the same things. So maybe I'm just going to call you guys like group 1, group 2, group 3, or maybe I'll have a special name for you guys. I don't know. If the crystals keep on coming up, like if the groups keep on coming out like this, where it seems like there's a group of you that are focused on or need to be focused on, and your group may change, but I think there's always going to be a love message for people that need heart healing stuff, whether it's self-love, love, whatever. I'll call that like the heart group. And then we have, I don't want to call them the mind group, but I'll find another name for them. But this is more like motivation, money, like that type of thing. And then there's another message for maybe if you're an empath or you need protection or you work in a field that's just high stress or whatever. That's kind of how the crystals came out and how I grouped them again. So as long as the crystals come out that way, or the messages, in my opinion, come out that way, that's how we're going to do it. So the crystals for this time around, we have pyrite. Some of these crystals, I don't know what they are called. Pyrite. This is sodalite, sometimes called the writer's stone. This is a little itty bitty fluorite. I don't know if you can see that. This is unkite, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing these crystals correctly either. So I believe this is amazonite. I have no idea what this crystal. No, actually, I think it's bloodstone. It's green with a tinge of red. This one, I'm not quite sure what it is. It might be the same thing. And that's in the protective group. This is the itty bitty shungite, which is one of my favorite stones, actually. It gives me a buzz every time I pick it up. And this is black moonstone. That's one of the types that I said. There's many different types of black moonstone. Another black moonstone popped up, and this is different than the other one that I showed you in the last video. So this is like a third type of black moonstone. I have a lot of crystals, by the way. So let's get started. So yeah, so we have our protective group. I kind of went into that last time. So I won't really go over that again, and I'll just kind of break it down into what your message is for the weekend. New beginnings. I don't know if you guys are going to be meeting somebody new, having a new chance, like starting a new job, starting something brand fresh, like fresh, brand new with somebody or something. You're going to have a new beginning somewhere, and I think you guys can take full advantage of this. And then some of you are coming out of the other end of something. There are 3 of these 6 cards, and what I feel for, usually when I get like a 6 of wands, where you see this little butterfly coming up out of the muck down here. I kind of mentioned that in the other video, but it was a different card. This is the 6 of Pentacles, kind of like getting to the other side of having financial difficulties. And then here is the 6 of Cups, which generally I see as a blessings card. Or if I pull this card, usually if I'm asking, if, for example, sometimes people ask me, I don't like reading into this too often, if somebody's cursed, or if somebody has put if somebody has like a family or generational curse, or if they cursed themselves thinking like negative thoughts or whatever, and they're done with that, like they're seeing the light, they're seeing a better time, I usually get this 6 of Cups card. That's one of the few cards where I literally take it what it means. I also read into this a little differently at times. Like I did a reading exchange with somebody where I read this card differently, but that's I would say 3 out of 10 times. Usually, I read the Six of Cups as coming at the other side of something emotionally. You went through something emotionally, whether it's a breakup, whether it's like you having some kind of mood issues or depression or any emotional mood type thing like that, and you're kind of seeing the other side of it. You're seeing the positive. You're seeing the cup half full again. I just kind of want to explain that. So I have 3 of those. It could be one for each group. It could be all of the above. It could be some of you are going through a lot of things, like many like hard times, like I said last time, but you're coming towards the end of it. And I think this new beginning card here signifies that you're going to have a fresh start. You don't have to worry too much about what's here. For the heart group, I feel that you might start to feel balanced in some way. I would say like a yin yang type thing. You might be the type of person that, I hate to use this term again, cup half full, half empty, and you may meet somebody, whether it's a friend, whether it's a significant other, somebody that you date, that just kind of matches you. They match you and kind of are the opposite and equal to you. So I think that's coming in somehow for some of you in that group. It might be like just the missing piece of the pie to some of you. And it doesn't have to be a love relationship. It can be a friendship. It can be a family member. It can be reconnecting with somebody that, you haven't seen in a very long time. As far as this card, the Nine of Cups, again, this is more of seeing that the things that you wanted are coming true. You're seeing how to get there. You're seeing how you giving yourself self-love, how you putting love out into the world is actually helping people. You're not being as cynical as you might have been about it before. This is typically seen as a wish fulfilled card. I see it as that sometimes, but I also see it as seeing things looking up as well. This sounds like a very positive reading today. That's just how it is, I guess. And then for the protective group, I see that you guys, same card as last time, the swift movement. Things are moving fast. You're going to be out of this stage where you kind of feel icky. Because again, we have one of these cards where you kind of feel like this. Very burdened. You're thinking a lot about what's going on. And you see how this is like a bull head that all these swords are through. I'm sorry if this is too graphic for some of you, but so I like the imagery here because this is often how I feel when there's a lot of things going on for me. But you might be feeling just like this, broken down just by life, by all these swords. Like everything that goes wrong is a sword in your back or head or however you see this. And that's what you're dealing with. But that is going to be done soon. This is another card, same card for last time. That's kind of why I feel that these groups are going to be consistent, at least for a couple weeks. It's going to be fast. You guys are going to get through this as long as you keep on keeping yourself protected. You're doing the actions. You are keeping yourself protected. You're doing the actions where, sorry, I just repeated myself. You're doing the actions where you are keeping yourself protected and you are still moving forward. You're moving towards your goal. This is courage against all odds. Typically, is this another 6 card? Jeez, I'm kidding. This is the 7 of Wands, the rods. And it's courage against all odds. You see this light, and you see how it's dark, and just the light makes all this kind of fall away. But you have to have the fire to push through. I didn't realize until I was explaining these cards on camera how much I love this deck, by the way. I'll explain later. But you have to keep this fire lit. You have to keep this fire lit. Get past this. Get past the people putting these swords in you. You have to get the energy to kind of start dodging them and getting and scooting out of the way. Maybe that's what this fast card means. Is you need to not hurry up. No, let me not have it come out of the way, but just maybe you have to speed things up just a little bit so you can avoid some of these things that are holding you back. These obstacles that are getting thrown at you and getting stuck on you. Maybe you need to get past that and not get past it, but so that you can conserve your fire. You can conserve your fire so you can push through all this stuff. Just look how all that stuff is moving out of the way. So we need to be here, and we need to stay here for a little bit so we can get past here. This was kind of short compared to the last ones, but I think I was kind of going through things as well. So yeah, that's it. I'll check back in with you for the first video for next week. If you're at the end of this video, I'm just going to chat a little bit. I mentioned that, I don't know if I mentioned, but I am an intuitive reader. So many times I'll pick up something different from the cards that is not in the typical description, like I mentioned for a couple of these things. Like, I think that the Six of Cups, it can be seen as that card, but I don't know. That's what I see it as. Like, there are associations that I have since I've been reading cards for a while that just when I see a card, I know that's what it means for me. For example, I've been using this Victorian Oracle card deck. I'm going to show you the guidebook. The Vintage Wisdom Oracle, and I'll start linking the decks in the description in the description box, so you guys can, if you want to buy them or see what I'm talking about. And let me see if I can find the card. There's a card that when people ask me, like, is somebody gonna do me right or wrong or whatever, well, it's the Grace card in this deck. If I pull the Grace card and I'm asking if somebody is a good person, that means that yes, they're on the up and up. That's not what this card means in this deck, but for me, I've only been using this deck for maybe a week and a half. It has come up 3 to 4 times saying, yeah, this person is okay. So there's additional meaning beyond what there's in the guidebook or the quote-unquote directions. That might drive some of you crazy, but that's what I have. So anything else? I will give any information about readings. If you want to purchase a reading from me, you can email me at lovealchemytarot@gmail.com, and I can get a list to you of the services I offer and the prices. If you're interested in just a random reading, or just, I do offer yes/no readings for questions usually. You want to keep those questions in the same subject matter. Like, if you want like 3 yes/no questions, like, don't ask me about 3 completely different things. I mean, you can, but I think to get the most out of your reading, asking about the same topic is more beneficial. Can be more beneficial. If it's like you want to know a lot about a certain topic, then you're better off getting a topic reading from me then. Just ask for a general topic reading, and I will find one of my, one of the spreads that I do on my own, and get that together for you. That's about it. If you want to know, I buy my crystals locally. I do buy online sometimes from Etsy for things that my local shop doesn't get. And I will probably do an intro video soon and kind of go through some of the decks I have. Sorry if I sound tired or I'm congested, so I may sound a little weird. I apologize. This is one of my favorite decks. It's the Oracle Tarot. I think it's out of print, but I'm going to show you a couple of cards. Like, what I like about it is that this Wild Unknown is actually my very first deck that I bought. So the writing that you see at the top is mine from when I was learning. Like, not all of them have writing sometimes, and I might go back and add some more. But as I, learned more about the tarot, like the tarot meanings and my associations, I don't write on my cards anymore. But excuse me. Like, to me, this is an excellent deck because it's almost like having flashcards. Like, it has the 8 of Cups as contemplation. So in this deck, the only thing I don't like about this deck is that I'm a good, bad, and ugly type person. This is a very positive deck. Like if I was reading at a kid's party, or if I was reading tarot for a child, or tarot for somebody that I don't want to give them, I want to give them more of the positive messages, this would be the deck that I pick. What I like about the Wild Unknown is that it is a darker deck, as you can see with the bull's head and stuff here. It's kind of darker. This is a dead bull with swords in it. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, but this is by Lucy Cavendish, the Oracle Tarot. I just really like it. There are no court cards in this deck. They're just the minor arcana and the major arcana. That's it. Which is kind of nice, actually. But this deck was about $25, and it's kind of hard to find. So when I found it, I just bought it. I went through what deck this is already, and yeah, I'll do an intro later on. I might even cut the end of this off. I don't know. Probably not. I'll keep it in there because I know that's one of the questions people ask. Where'd you get your decks? What's your background? Like I said, I'm an intuitive reader. I also have psychic abilities, so I tap into that. Sometimes I get messages while I'll do the readings. So it really all depends. But that's all for now. Peace.